If you are over 60, there is a good chance something has quietly shifted in your vision. Maybe reading the fine print takes more effort than it used to. Maybe night driving feels uncertain. Or your eyes feel dry and tired by midday and no amount of eye drops seems to fix it for long. Most people assume this is simply what aging looks like. But what if a big part of the problem is not your age, it is what your eyes are not getting? Today, we are going to look at what modern nutrition science actually says about eye health after 60 and why the answer may be hiding in something much smaller than a carrot. To understand why our eyes change, we first need to understand what keeps them working well. The eye is one of the most metabolically active organs in the human body. Every second, it is processing light, adjusting focus, and sending signals to the brain. To do all of this, it depends on a dense network of tiny blood vessels that deliver a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients to the retina, the thin layer at the back of the eye that is responsible for everything you see. After the age of 60, circulation through these vessels begins to slow. Years of exposure to sunlight and screens create what scientists call oxidative stress, a kind of internal damage that wears down delicate eye tissue over time. The lens of the eye also becomes stiffer, which is why reading glasses become necessary for so many people. And the glands that produce tears grow less active, leading to that familiar gritty, dry feeling. These are not random events, they are connected, and nutrition sits at the center of that connection. Now you have probably heard the advice, eat carrots, they are good for your eyes, and there is real truth in that. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for night vision and for maintaining the surface of the eye. But here is where the advice falls short. The eye does not run on a single nutrient. It runs on a team of them, and if even one member of that team is missing, the whole system suffers. Research from institutions like the National Eye Institute has identified a specific group of nutrients that together protect and support aging eyes. These include lutein and zeaxanthin, which shield the macula, the center of your vision, from damage caused by blue light. Omega-3 fatty acids, which maintain the structure of cell membranes and support the tear film. Zinc, which helps transport vitamin A from the liver to the retina where it is needed. And magnesium, which keeps blood vessels flexible. A single carrot, however good it is, simply cannot provide all of that, and that is where a much smaller food steps in. Seeds, specifically chia seeds and flax seeds, are among the most nutritionally dense foods in nature, and the reason is simple. A seed's entire purpose is to carry enough energy and nutrition to grow a whole new plant from nothing. That means it is packed with everything life needs to begin. For our eyes, the most important thing these seeds provide is omega-3 fatty acids. Now, you may have heard omega-3 associated with fish oil, and yes, fish is an excellent source. But for those who prefer plant-based options, flax and chia seeds are among the richest plant sources of these fats available. Why do omega-3s matter so much for eyes? Because they directly support the oily layer of your tear film. Think of that layer as a seal over the surface of the eye that prevents moisture from evaporating. When that seal is thin or unstable, which happens when we do not get enough omega-3s, the result is dryness, irritation, and that burning sensation that makes the day uncomfortable. Beyond omega-3s, these seeds are a meaningful source of zinc, which, as we mentioned, helps shuttle vitamin A to the retina. They also contain magnesium, which supports vascular flexibility, keeping the blood vessels that feed the eye supple and responsive. For a food that costs very little and requires almost no preparation, the nutritional return for eye health is remarkable. The best health habits are the ones you can actually maintain. So let us talk about how to make seeds a practical part of your daily routine without overhauling the way you eat. Start with just 1 tablespoon a day. That is all. 1 tablespoon of chia or ground flax seeds added to something you are already eating, your morning oatmeal, a yogurt, a glass of water, or a smoothie. 1 tablespoon is enough to deliver a meaningful dose of the nutrients your eyes need, and it will not change the taste of your food in any noticeable way. Now there is one preparation tip that makes a real difference, especially with flax seeds. If you eat flax seeds whole, your body struggles to break through the hard outer shell, and most of the beneficial oils pass through without being absorbed. Lightly grinding them just before eating, a small coffee grinder works perfectly, solves this completely. Chia seeds, on the other hand, absorb liquid and form a soft gel, so soaking them in water or milk for a few minutes before eating is enough to make them easy to digest. Also worth noting, always drink plenty of water when increasing your seed intake. Seeds absorb fluid as they move through the digestive system, and staying well hydrated supports both digestion and the circulation that carries nutrients to your eyes. The key word here is consistency. A handful of seeds eaten occasionally will not do much, but 1 tablespoon every morning, done daily over weeks and months, can become one of the quietest and most effective investments in your long-term vision. Seeds are powerful, but they work best as part of a wider approach to eye care. Let us quickly cover the other pillars that support lasting vision after 60. First, manage your systemic health. This is not just general advice, it is specific to the eye. High blood pressure and elevated blood sugar are 2 of the most common causes of damage to the tiny blood vessels inside the eye. Keeping both in a healthy range directly protects your retinal circulation. Second, protect your eyes from light. UV radiation accumulates over a lifetime, and its effects on the lens and retina are significant. Wearing quality sunglasses whenever you are outdoors is a simple but genuinely important habit. Third, reduce screen strain. If you spend significant time on a phone, tablet, or computer, practice what is sometimes called the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something at least 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Also make a conscious effort to blink more often while using screens. We tend to blink far less when staring at a display, which accelerates dryness. And finally, prioritize sleep. During rest, the body does most of its repair work, including in the delicate tissues of the eye. Chronic poor sleep is directly associated with increased eye inflammation and faster cellular aging. None of these changes need to happen all at once. Small, consistent steps compound over time, and the good news is that it is never too late to begin. The eyes you have right now are the only pair you will ever get, and protecting them does not require expensive supplements, complicated routines, or dramatic lifestyle changes. It begins with understanding what your eyes actually need and then making small, informed choices that add up over time. A tablespoon of seeds in the morning, sunglasses when you step outside, a glass of water, 8 hours of sleep. If you found this video useful, please consider sharing it with someone who might benefit. And if you would like to learn more about nutrition and healthy aging, subscribe to this channel. We cover these topics every week with the same depth and honesty you saw today.